Modern life is taking its toll on us. Do you know a staggering 1 in 4 of us are suffering with mental health issues? That's millions of us around the world. But health services aren't equipped to deal with the number of people who are struggling, and so they end up trapped in their suffering. Tragically for some, when it's their turn to be helped, it's too late. Why am I talking about this? Because I struggled for most of my life with depression, serious anxiety and panic attacks, and been suicidal. But I was in denial for so long, just getting on with life, until one day I couldn't anymore. I broke down. So I went to see my doctor, who advised me to take antidepressants. Very reluctantly I did so, but I found they had awful side effects. In a fog of despair one morning, as I put the pill in my mouth, I thought, how can this little piece of white chalky stuff solve all the things that so deeply trouble me? My answer was it couldn't. But what could? This was the beginning of an epic journey on which I would make 2 radical discoveries that would change my life. I came to realise that the medical model that we're so reliant on is outdated and restricts our access to well-being. Why? Because it separates us into a mind and mental health and a body and physical health. So any problem with how we're feeling or experiencing life isn't a physical problem, so it must be a mental problem, which is then diagnosed as an illness to be treated by professionals. My first discovery shines the brightest beacon of light onto the issue of mental well-being, and it's this. We have 3 brains. The head brain we're familiar with, but we also have a heart brain and a gut brain. And the 3 work as a complex integrated system. This perhaps isn't that new to us, as we use expressions like gut feel, gut instinct, and follow your head or your heart. Discovering the heart brain and the resources that it holds for transforming our emotional states was pivotal to my getting well, as was my second discovery, that we're more than the person we present to the world. We have layers of personality and needs that drive every aspect of who we are and how we live. There's the person we present to the world. An invisible layer beneath that drives what we need from others and our perception of the world around us. And buried within our core is the person that carries our earliest experiences and the meaning we attach to them, creating the story of our life. Getting to know and changing my story was powerfully healing and transformative. For so much of my life, I felt at odds with myself. The different parts of me were isolated and disconnected from one another, and I was exhausting myself by using only my head brain to try to make sense of all my troubles. The understanding of the 3 brains and the layers of personality was the gateway to incredible mental and emotional well-being. I discovered that within me was the power to help myself. Where I was broken, I'm now resilient to the ups and downs of life. I choose how I feel, despite what's going on around me. I found that I didn't have to be a passive recipient, confined by the limiting paradigm of mind and mental health. This time, when so many people are struggling, I feel compelled to offer to others the way that I found through the maze. So I've created ZaZegga, a practice for building inner fitness that will fast-track you to a stronger, happier you and to a new way of being. And I've created Zazzaga Zone, an online space where you can learn and apply ZaZegga through a series of easy-to-follow videos that put the power of this practice into your hands so you can take control of your mental and emotional well-being. I invite you to discover more. Come meet me in the zone.